Hello everyone, welcome to KPSR UPSC Universe. This is Venkatesh Emani, your faculty for Geography and Environment. In this session, we will discuss about all the questions associated with environment in the UPSC CSC Prelims 2023. It's a very tough paper on environment. Even while I was preparing some of the answers from some of the questions, I was very depressed. Okay, there are some kind of questions. Indian squirrel, now will it eat chicken or not? That is the the nation wants to know whether Indian squirrel eats chicken or not. Such kind of questions. Some animals, animal behavior. There is a general observation which you need to do. So, konni questions ki, there are very random questions. So, if you see some of the questions asked in environment, so one thing, almost around 17 to 18 questions were asked. Of course, some are current affairs, some are part of geography. There might some change. 17 to 18 questions from environment. And if you see here, generally what will you say? General observation. Every time any faculty, what is the general approach we say? Always be curious, right? Be analytical in nature. Observe the events, right? Curious, observe the events surrounding you, follow the current affairs. Follow the current affair. This is what we'll say regularly, no? Unfortunately, for some questions, all these are very much true. For some questions, please don't ask me, this strategy doesn't work. There is no source which can help you to answer some of the environment questions. So as I tell you, when you see overall paper, there will be always some subjects which will irritate you. This is one such paper which will irritate you. Environment questions are in that way. So what you can do out of that? See, remember one thing. We don't bother. We are not here to master environment. We are here to clear the exam. Right? So what are the lessons? The lessons will be, once again, the same idea. Have a basic approach. Get your fundamentals clear. And focus on the current affairs which are happening. Say green hydrogen questions are asked. Such questions you should not miss. Some questions on random questions like animal behaviors. Some you might know. Some maybe will have a new skill which will learn. If it works, it will work. Otherwise, tata bye bye. At least to that kind of nature of the questions. Ultimately, you have to be just pass the exam. No. So, there are always some lessons. There are some exams which will be some subjects which will save you. Say, as I'm going to the paper, polity and economy will come to your rescue. Then geography, it is decent. You can get some kind of easy questions from that as well. I expect some very good answers from geography, not very random. And environment, there are so many random based questions which is very tough to answer in an environment, in the atmosphere, in the 2 hours of the exam, and the nature of the questions, the statement based questions, and the nature of the questions where they ask on animal behavior, those are very, very difficult. Okay, so always there are certain things to learn, certain things we have to learn from that, right? So let's start some of the questions. We will see as we go through it what kind of questions you will understand. So if you see environment, 18th question, set B, 18th question. So the one which you have asked from the okay. Now you see, once consider the following statements. Once the central government notifies an area as a community reserve. Now this is very much in use last year because of amendments of Wildlife Protection Act and even notification of community reserves in Chhattisgarh and all such states since last 1.5 years. So I expect that you to know such kind of things. So once you know it, the chief wildlife warden of the state becomes the governing authority of such forest. Definitely yes. Hunting is not allowed in such area. See, once you designate a certain area as community reserve for the welfare of the environment or the animals and all those kind of things, hunting is usually not allowed. Yes. People of such area are allowed traditional agriculture practices, then what is the use of conservation? Definitely no, they are not allowed. And people of such area are allowed to collect non-timber forest produce. This is also wrong, they are not allowed. So answer should be 2 statements are correct, right? So this is the thing. And community reserves, this is nothing but a reserve for the protection of the environment and the wildlife. So based on that, common sense suggests that hunting should not be allowed. Traditional agriculture practices means what? Say Zoom cultivation. If you practice Zoom cultivation and destroy the forest, then what is the purpose of having a reserve? So by common sense, you can eliminate, you can say that second statement is right and fourth statement is wrong. Right? Then people of such area are allowed to collect non-forest timber produce. If you collect such things, once again, honey, tendu leaves and all are collected, once again there is a chance. Maybe there you might have some debate. And automatically, once you designate certain community reserve, Chief Wildlife Warden will be the governing authority, replacing the local bodies. This might be a static portion, which you should know. So this is what the things. So this is the question. And the next feature for you, for environment, I would suggest you this. Focus on the down-to-earth magazine. Down-to-earth magazines. So some important things of down-to-earth you have to focus. This is important. This is the learning number 1, right? Then if you see the remaining questions, statement 22, marsupials are not naturally found in India. Marsupials means the ones where the born baby will not, the baby which is about to born is not yet developed, say like kangaroo. Australia, are they found naturally in India? No. Then they can thrive only in the montane grasslands with no predators. Only in montane grasslands. Think. Such things are no. They can well developed in other parts areas as well. So this statement is wrong. Statement 1 is right and statement 2 is wrong. So that should be answer C. Now why such question is asked? Maybe this is the animal behavior where they are asking. This is a new trend. This is what we have to develop our awareness about this animal behavior questions. Right. Then you will see that next question, invasive species specialist group. The moment you talk about invasive species group, this is in news. Maybe the one organization based question they do ask. So this is the International Union for Conservation of Nature. So answer is A. Then this is the question which is a very difficult question. Now whether animal sleeps after 6 o'clock or not, or it active after sunset, nocturnal, which you mean by active after sunset, we don't know much. This is a difficult question. There is no chance for elimination as well. So actually Malabar civet and sambar deer are nocturnal and line-tailed mac is not a nocturnal. So answer is only 2. So this is line-tailed mac is not so. Such animal behavior questions are difficult. Then another thing, waggle dance, which animal is known for them, which indicates the direction and distance to a source of their food? The answer is honeybees. Honeybees. So you will see that this waggle dance, a very popular dance, which will indicate the direction. How do honeybees help in understanding the things environment? This is a very interesting question, knowledge question. I don't think many of us would know. That is the reason why I am suggesting lesson number 2, animal behavior. We will focus on animal behaviors. So curiously, maybe Discovery Channel, there are some kind of files which I will share with you. Which you can learn about certain animals, or some videos from Discovery Channel which will help you to understand such things. This is lesson number 2. Then this is an easy question. See, mushrooms, not so easy to medium. Some mushrooms have medicinal properties. Chances are yes. Some mushrooms have insecticidal properties. Yes. Some mushrooms have bioluminescent properties. Some might confuse. Maybe, maybe not. But the answer is yes. They have some psychoactive properties, something like a drug addiction like that. Yes. So answer is all of them. Once again, this is a medium to difficult question only, not so easy. I don't think it is easy, but at least when compared with other environmental questions, this might be some medium question. That is what I have seen it. Right. Then Indian squirrel. This is a difficult question once again. So answer here is all of the above. Where they build nests by burrows in the ground making, yes. They can store their food materials like nuts and seeds in the ground, and they're also omnivorous. That's the thing, whether it eats chicken or not. That's the question, right? So it is an omnivorous animal where it eats both plants and animals, right? Then this is a very interesting question. Microorganisms can grow in an environment with temperature above the boiling point or not? Yes, in fact, microorganisms are very versatile organisms. They can grow in temperature above the boiling point, below the freezing point, and as well as highly acidic environment with a pH below freezing point. Right. Answer is all of the above. Then you'll see that which one of the following makes a tool with a stick to scrape insects from a hole in a tree to a log of wood. Now you see fishing cat, orangutan, otter, sloth bear. Some of you might not even know the meanings of these names itself. Orangutan is the answer, where you will see that these are something like very what do you say, intelligent primates, apes, monkeys, orangutans, the great apes, which are very interesting things. So this is very intelligent. So such animal behavior questions are asked again. Then once again, hydrofluorocarbons are used in which of the following things? They are found in all of the above. I think you all know hydrofluorocarbons, aerosols, foam agents, fire retardants, lubricants. Some answers say lubricants might not be the thing, some sources say, but it is also there. So answer is all of the above. Then if you see the remaining questions, 43. Carbon markets are likely to be one of the most widespread tools in the fight against climate change. Definitely yes. We all know carbon market is very much in use. And carbon markets makes transfer resources from the private sector to the state. This is the statement some of you have confused with. Yes, they are helping in transferring the resources from the private sector to the state. Yes, because these markets will ultimately transfer the resources. Government will get them in terms of taxes, and also in terms of in terms of taxes, and even in terms of penalties if they don't adhere to it. Right? So carbon markets, answer is yes. You can see the statement. Like all other financial markets, carbon markets also relocating the resources. Right? So answer is yes. Both statements are right. Then if you see 59. So 59 statement. Yeah. You see, green hydrogen is expected to play a significant role in decarbonizing in which of the industries? Now you know green hydrogen. Green hydrogen is the one which will use the latest new models of renewable energy for the uses of hydrogen and all, and it will help in decarbonizing. You tell me, the moment green hydrogen has been developed, it is just uses of such hydrogen in every other industry. Can it be easily done? Definitely yes. In fact, fertilizer plants, oil refineries, steel plants, all of them do use green hydrogen. I would consider this is one of the easiest question. Yes, all of them. Easy to medium. So green hydrogen very much. Now this is a very much current affairs application question. I want you to focus, very much focusing on such kind of things. This is lesson number 3. Then 76. Question number 76. Yeah, coal-based thermal power plant. I think I have told you as part of geography there. Then 78. Okay. Now this is, you see, it is part of the carbon capture and sequestration. See, capturing carbon dioxide released by various industries and pumping into abandoned subterranean mines. Is it not geological sequestration? Yes, we will do it. We can collect the carbon dioxide from industries and pump into coal seams. Definitely yes. And these are the latest things. Increasing the alkalinity of the oceans by adding lime, which will help in collection of the carbon dioxide. That will be doing. Yes. Spreading finely ground basaltic rocks and farmlands extensively, which will help in soil weathering and also collecting of the things. That also helps in carbon capturing, and that is also true. You can see that. The rock dust approach, which is called enhanced rock weathering, has several advantages. They say that it improves the fertility and the crop yields, and automatically this basalt is the best rock for capturing carbon dioxide, and it has been done all across the world. Right? So spreading rock dust on farmland can suck billions of tons from carbon dioxide every year. That is the thing. The moment you have a very important event like carbon capture and sequestration, what are the different methods you have? What are the latest things you have? latest technologies has to be always studied. So lesson 4, latest technologies about climate change, always a very important theme, right? Then you have the 85th question. With reference to biofilters in recirculating aquaculture system, consider the following statements. So this is, all of the statements are correct. Biofilters means what? They are nothing but, it is a pollution control technique where you use a bioreactor which contains biological organisms, living materials, and that will help in degrading the pollutants. So using that way, biofilters provide the waste treatment by removing uneaten fish feed, yes, from the aquacultures, and they can convert that ammonia present in the fish waste to nitrates, right? And then you'll also see that such biofilters can increase the phosphorus as nutrient for fish in the water. Yes, phosphorus acts as a nutrient for fishes, and that can also be done. So answer is all of the above. Now this is a difficult question, right? Then you'll see the other questions. 89th question. Now this is a very easy question or medium question. Some statements, so that's the thing, no? We are all used to elimination method and consider easy question, but that is not the case. You see this, mercury pollution. Gold mining activity, is it having a source of mercury pollution? First you should know it. This is a difficult question only. Gold mining activity associated with mercury pollution. It is very much practiced in Amazon forest. Yes, so it is also associated with mercurious, gold mining. Coal-based thermal power plants cause mercury pollution. Yes, and unfortunately, there is no known safe level of exposure to mercury. So all the statements are correct. So this is a difficult question. So such kind of pollution-based question, this is a random source. So pollution. From the current affairs static, you also have some application based questions which they are asking. Now this is a difficult question I would consider, right? Then you see green hydrogen. Once again you see current affairs, application, difficult. Yes, can be used directly as a fuel for internal combustion. Yes, can be blended with natural gas. Yes, and also used as hydrogen fuel cells to run vehicles. It is used in everywhere. So answer is C. See, that's the thing, no? Anything which is very much in use like green hydrogen, when you have National Green Hydrogen Mission, you have to focus on complete 360 degrees, right? Then you will see that this is about it. 99th question, the last question. Now this is an easy question, definitely, yes. Biodiversity management committees are key to the realization of objectives of Nagoya Protocol. Yes, at the local bodies, we can have this biodiversity management committees, and they have the important functions in determining access and benefit sharing, even to the extent of collecting fees. As I told you, Down to Earth magazine, if you have read that, you will come across such things. So that is the learning. See, this is a difficult question. You might not, if you haven't studied the current affairs, if it is a difficult question, it is part of the current affairs. It is very much in use last year. If you haven't studied current affairs very well, that is where the difficulty will be there. So which source to follow apart from the traditional Hindu is Down to Earth. So pick and choose. Pick certain topics from current affairs, certain events, and follow them regularly, say from the magazine like Down to Earth. This is how you have to prepare for environment. So that is the thing. It is a very difficult paper from environment. I hardly see that more than 5 questions you cannot answer it from easy to medium level. Most of them are difficult and unapproachable. So what is the lessons? Maybe you have to learn the new trends like animal behaviors. That's whatever we can do, current affairs, we have to do it. And the new skill which you might learn is animal behavior. Whether we'll do it or not, whether we can do it or not, once again it will be like ancient history where despite you learn some, we'll always miss some. That would be the nature from environment. So hence, the other traditional things you have to focus, right? So I would definitely consider that this is for the environment, the basic things which are controllable, control them very well so that you will never miss such questions. And then certain questions, when you increase our knowledge, maybe you can get it. That is how you have to focus on environment. Definitely 18 questions. If there are 18 questions in environment, you will get 15, no chance. Then you are an expert on environment. Even I cannot get such many questions right, to be speaking honestly. Right? I hope you all have understood about it. Then one general suggestion for you is the statement based questions. It has been a nerve-wracking things for some of the people in the exam. So that's the thing. There is no general, what you say, a general kind of easy questions which you are expecting. So the contrast is very high now. Easy questions and difficult questions. So that is the difference. You don't have in between now. Right? So this is Venkatesh Emani signing off. Thank you very much.